What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and in this one we have Tejas Mk1, the Indian warplane that outperformed Eurofighter and Rafale. I hope I said that right. If not, please feel free to correct me. Before we dive into this video, however, if you would like to support the channel by becoming a member, there's a join button right down below. All you gotta do is click it and receive exclusive benefits that I know you guys would enjoy. But let's dive in.
In a plot straight out of a blockbuster, India's pocket-sized LCA Tejas has emerged as an underdog hero in the world of fighter jets.
Hey, love Rocky
India's
so
jet,
much.
the LCA Tejas, has gone the full 10 rounds against global heavyweights and come out standing. French, German and Spanish air forces have all been left in awe of India's lightweight fighter that can land a knockout blow to the Eurofighters, Rafale and the rest. During India's largest aerial war games, the IAF deployed the LCA Tejas in combat drills against the German and Spanish Eurofighter Typhoons. German Air Force Chief Lieutenant General Ingo Gerhards recalled the interception by Indian Tejas, saying it was overwhelming. He added, quote, "The hospitality of the country is amazing. It was a great experience flying together with the Indian Air Force and doing together with the Spanish Air Force and the French Air Force." In fact, the French Rafale fighter pilots also got inside the Tejas cockpit and flew this Indian fighter jet. Brigadier General Guillaume Thomas of the French Air Force elaborated, quote, "It was a brilliant exercise organized by the Indian Air Force. I was very pleased by the professionalism of the Indian Air Force. We are very happy to be able to fly alongside the Indian aircraft such as Tejas. Our pilots were able to fly on board Tejas." The Tarang Shakti war games were used by the Indian Air Force to test the capabilities of its own LCA. In fact, IAF Tejas fighters on combat patrol had intercepted and welcomed the German, Spanish and French fighter jets as they entered Indian airspace for these military exercises. Spanish Air Force Chief General Francisco Braca Carbo was also all praise for the Indian Air Force, while specially mentioning the pocket-sized killer, the LCA Tejas, saying, quote, "The experience in this exercise has been great. It is a big opportunity to exchange experiences. The support that we received from the Indian Air Force was outstanding. We have a lot to imbibe from India's homemade aircraft, the Tejas," unquote.
So it sounds like the Tejas is a smaller fighter jet plane, but when you have German, I guess, pilots saying it was an overwhelming experience, and then you have Spanish Air Chief General saying it's an incredible experience, and they can basically lot to learn from India's homemade aircraft, and then you got the French pilots being able to fly Tejas and saying how great it is. You got it impressing all of these different countries. It just lets you know. It goes to show the work that India has been doing, and coming up with the concept of the Tejas. I'm not one who knows much about aircraft, who knows much about military, latest up-to-date technology and everything. But I think it's pretty incredible when you get these different countries applauding India and being super impressed by, I guess, what they're calling a pocket-sized fighter jet, but the Tejas Mk1. That's incredible.
Now, this is not just courtesy praise by global powers. Indian Air Force, in fact, flew the Tejas in direct head-to-head combat drills against the Eurofighters and the Rafale. IAF Chief, Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary revealed, quote, "Our LCA's size does not matter. The aircraft LCA Tejas proved its capabilities in realistic combat settings, participating as both the Blue Force or the friendly and the Red Force hostile. We are proud of its performance. It is the first time LCA Mark I took part in large force engagements with other aircraft, and we are proud of the performance," unquote.
I love that.
The first phase of the Tarang Shakti 2024 took place at the Sulur Air Base in Tamil Nadu, which is the home base of all the 40 Indian Tejas Mark I or II squadrons. LCA's performance, in fact, was so impressive that India now plans to send the Tejas to international war games to fly in combat drills against the most advanced fighter jets across the world.
That'll be
Air
awesome.
Chief added, quote, "We plan to deploy the aircraft more frequently in air combat drills, both domestically and internationally," unquote. Both the German and
I think that's pretty awesome. So impressed now they're going to use it in international exercises at international training and see how it does up against some of the best fighter jets in the world. But the fact that it's done so good in the training that they've done thus far, and they were able to take down the Eurofighter and the Rafale. They were able to deliver those knockout blows to those fighter jet planes. It goes to show you how great it is already. But now once they go up against, I guess, the even better fighter jet planes, we get to see even more of it, which I think it'll be incredible.
And French Air Force chiefs themselves took sorties in India's LCA Tejas, while the Spanish Air Chief, along with the IAF Chief Chaudhry, flew in the Indian Sukhoi 30 MKI fighter jet. We must remember that this is the base version of the LCA Tejas, or the Mark 1 version. The deliveries of the upgraded Tejas Mark 1A will begin later this year. The Tejas NK1A has been delayed due to supply chain issues of the GE 404 engine. India is using Tejas Mark 1s to phase out the older squadrons of the MiG-21s, while the medium-weight Tejas Mark 2s will be used to phase out the Jaguar Sepcats as well as the Mirage 2000s by 2035. The second phase of the Tarang Shakti War Games will take place in Jodhpur from the 29th of August to September 14th. Just a stone's throw away from the border with Pakistan, the second phase will see the participation of the US Air Force, Australian Air Force, Hellenic Air Force from Greece, as well as fighter aircraft from the UAE and Singapore. But what Tarang Shakti 2024 Phase 1 has shown us is that size does not matter, and that India's LCA Tejas is ready to take on any challenge. Earlier, the Indian Air Force had also deployed the LCA Tejas in Avantipur Air Base in Jammu and Kashmir, another sign that the Tejas is more than ready to take on any threats from India's rivals. The HAL and DRDO have designed this fighter jet for air superiority in high-threat aerial environments. If an ancient Indian MiG-21 could shoot down a Pakistani F-16, then the much more effective LCA Tejas would prove to be a nightmare for India's enemies. But India has more to look forward to. The country is developing its own fifth-generation stealth fighter, the AMCA, which will be inducted by 2035, according to the Air Chief. He added, quote, "This, or AMCA, is truly a world-class fighter. Very few countries operate stealth aircraft, and India will be one of the few countries to develop the stealth aircraft. It is going to be a very proud moment when the development is complete," unquote. Meanwhile, India's defense exports shot up by a whopping 78% in the first quarter of 2024, according to the latest data, which highlights a global recognition of the quality of Indian military equipment. Have your say. Are you proud of India's very own LCA Tejas? Leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe to Connect News.
It sounds like there's so much reason to be proud of the Tejas. It'll be interesting to see how it does up against the USA, UAE, Australia, and Greece, and how it does in those missions. But he said, Indian Air Force chiefs, hey, size doesn't matter. As long as it can get the job done, as long as it can deliver the knockout blow, as long as it can take the other fighter jets out, what does size matter? And from that point of view, I definitely agree. Size doesn't matter as long as you can get the job done. And with the other countries in Europe being so impressed already by what it's able to do, I think it'll do well in the second part of training as well, coming up August 29th through September 14th. I think it's awesome. So let me know what you guys think about it. Are you guys proud of it? And that's only the Mach 1 version. That's what's crazy about it. That's only the Mach 1 version. They're going to upgrade this thing, and they're going to make it even better. But right now, there's just a delay with equipment and everything. So once they make it better, I can't even imagine where India is going. India is on such a trajectory and such a great path right now. It's going to be awesome. That's all we have for this video. If you guys enjoyed that, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. See y'all on the next one.